Hello and welcome to a very exciting Bayonne today. There have been shows that I've done that required a little bit of work, a little bit of research. Some shows I know the people are people you've seen before and people you know from Bayonne. I am very excited to introduce to you a new Bayonne resident, someone who has a business on Broadway, but he also has his heart and soul on Broadway, and he came to us from Vietnam. I'd like to welcome
Thank you.
my
Hello.
friend.
Yes.
Please introduce yourself.
I am Tran Tuan.
This is Tran Tuan.
Yes.
Tuan is the owner of the B Studio on Broadway.
The artist first and then the owner later.
He's an artist first and the
Yes.
owner later.
Yes.
And it's a remarkable story that
Thank
you
you so
told
much.
me. Obviously we shared a lot of our own stories together.
I think so.
Yes.
Yes.
And I discovered Bayonne over 30 years ago and had the same feelings when I came into the town
Yeah.
that you had. And first off, I'd like you to explain to us how you got from Vietnam to the United States.
Oh, I see. I think it's a very long story, but of course we don't have too much of time.
We don't have a lot of
That's
time.
why I talk very shortly. Absolutely, in my country, the U.S. very special. Now you know that?
Art is special.
Yeah, no, the United States, the U.S. in this country is very special for us.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's why the first time I go to the embassy, U.S. embassy,
The UN
to
embassy.
get the visa to come here, I'm very impressed about the way they working, the way they talk, and then absolutely kind of worry too, a lot of worry, because at that time my English very poor.
Your English was
Yeah,
poor.
very poor, very
Okay.
poor. Yes, but when I go to, because I get the invitation from Vermont Studio Center.
From Vermont.
Vermont Studio Center. Yes.
Okay.
And then when I was there, my English, of course, like you said, we're very poor, and then I cannot talk very much.
Okay.
But I met the American people, especially American artists, and then absolutely I have very good time over there. And then they said, art is international language.
Art is an international
Yeah,
language.
international language. That's why even my English very poor, but I still I felt very warm and then very friendly, everything beautiful time.
So your art spoke for you.
The artist.
The art.
The artist. I contact when we working with another artist over there. I feel very confident, and then they build me. They make me more confident.
Okay.
Even my English very poor.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, you started out in Vermont, and then from Vermont,
Yeah.
you went to the University of Michigan
Yes.
in Ann Arbor.
Yes, in Ann Arbor to
Okay.
do the visiting artist.
You were a visiting artist.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
there for 4 years.
Okay.
And then when that program finished, and then I'm really interested about the New York City.
Okay.
It's very big city, and then it's beautiful, very active. I think a lot of artists love to go there, and then myself too. And then when I go here, go to the Bayonne, of course, I have idea to go to the New York City.
Okay.
And then some of my friends over there, who I working with, they told me, because they worry for me, they think Ann Arbor is a bubble, because I have very good time over there.
Oh, Ann Arbor
is
was a bubble.
Like a
Okay.
bubble, where they support me very much.
And you were
a lot.
safe and
yeah,
protected.
I safe, yeah, protecting. I go to work, and then I have studio. I have everything I need. And then they scare me. I'm kidding. They just scare me. They told me, if you wake up in the morning, somebody drop the garbage, boom, in the window, you know.
In Manhattan.
In Manhattan. They said that, yes.
Okay.
And then that's why. But you know, the more important thing, I think it even the trouble. I love the trouble of the big city too. And then when we here, I look for the house and then I go to many places.
You said that you went to Jersey City.
Yeah, I rent the apartment in Jersey City.
Okay.
And then we look the house in Queens, in Brooklyn, in Staten Island, and then of course everywhere is beautiful. I don't want to talk bad about somewhere else.
Okay.
Of course, Bayonne becomes the beautiful of people, the heart of the people,
Okay.
the kindness, the way we working on that, and then it doesn't mean it beautiful by itself. That means people have to work on that and then love it and then become beautiful. That's why when I go to Staten Island and then I go to actually and then I go to like the North Bergen.
North Bergen.
North
Okay.
Bergen, yeah, North Bergen is very hilly. That's why when I drove to Bayonne, I feel very peaceful. You know, the Kennedy and the park is very flat and then very peaceful, and then I feel very good. And then I said, wow, this is what I want. And then finally, I find out the neighbor, the school.
So
and then
okay, we
everything.
have to say you have two sons.
Yeah, I have two sons.
Your two
That's why
boys.
it's very important to find out where I live.
Okay, so you wanted to find a safe place to bring your
Safe
children.
play,
Okay,
yes,
a good school
peaceful,
system.
good school, good
Okay.
park too. You know,
The park is very
yeah,
close.
beautiful.
We
Very
have to
close.
say that the address, you're located at 914 Broadway.
Yes,
So you're really only what, two,
think,
three
yeah.
blocks from the park.
yes,
Okay.
and then train station, light rail station,
The light rail, which opened us
and then
up.
and then school. Everything I think it very nice.
They go to Horace Mann.
Holy Man School.
Okay, they walk to school.
They walk to
I
school.
mean, what could be
Yeah.
better
Yeah.
to have the boys walk to school?
Right.
So for you, though, one thing that you said that I thought was really funny
Yeah.
was that you did, I mean, we won out from all the cities that Tuan went to, but when he got to Bayonne, he said Bayonne is a dead end.
Yeah, because I don't know in English that mean good or bad, but to me, I think to me it means very peaceful.
Peaceful, okay. And
That
as-
means like the very big backyard. When we come in, we be
Really?
peaceful. Yeah.
Okay.
That means no strange people just go past us. People come here for the purpose.
good point.
People come here for relax, and we go out to work.
True.
Yeah.
That's true. So
Yes.
basically, you kind of get to know everybody.
But I think
Here?
yes,
And for you, your doors are always open.
of course.
Now,
yes. Yeah.
okay, so you came here as an artist, and you are a full-time artist.
Yes.
Okay, you
Yeah.
are a commissioned artist
I
too.
paint all day.
All
Yeah.
day, you paint all day.
Yeah.
But I know that you keep your gallery
Yeah.
open.
Because I paint in the back room,
Okay.
and then when the people come in, I don't treat them like the customer, and that I am the businessman. I would like people know I am the artist. And then actually sometimes we call it a gallery, but actually it named BR Studio. That means we show the artwork and people can see the artwork, the artist working. And then that's why I think myself working and my friend artist in Bayonne working too.
Now you named it Bee.
Bees.
Okay. Now obviously people in Bayonne
Yeah.
think of bees in a different way because we
Yeah,
have the
right, I think
Bayonne
so.
Bees. That's the
Yeah.
football team.
Right.
But
yeah.
for you,
Yeah.
we actually have a beehive
Yeah.
on Broadway that's creating honey.
Yeah.
And when we talked about it,
Yeah.
how you explained to me why you decided to open up a gallery on Broadway and why you named it Bee. Explain to us.
Yes. Actually, a funny story about that because you know, in the front of the gallery, I don't have too much of room.
Not a lot of room.
Yeah, that room, and then if I name something, it's too long, it doesn't work. Yeah, that's why B is very short, just 3 letters.
Okay.
And then I choose B, and of course it's not lazy like that. When I choose that name, I think about the artist who work every day, every time. Because I think maybe another job, of course, is very important too, even more important. I don't know, but with the artist, they work not just about the 8 hour or 10 hour. Even when we sleep, we think about art too.
Yes.
We think about every day, every time. And then that's the way I think of the bees.
A bumblebee.
The bees.
The bumblebee. Always working.
Yeah, always working.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I think it's beautiful work too because the bee can make the honey, can make
It sweetens it.
make for flower, meat flower, and then
True.
become the fruits. I think it's
See,
nice.
there's a lot going on
Yeah,
over
yeah,
there. I
yes,
mean,
yeah.
honestly, when you explain those things to me,
Yeah.
I have to say I was one of those people that rode by in the car and kept looking and thinking, who is this?
Yeah,
What,
I know.
why would anyone do this? And to find out and
Yeah.
meet you in person, I stopped in to your show just this
Yeah.
past week,
Yeah.
and it was filled with artists. It was filled with musicians.
Yeah.
There was a yoga demonstration before the beginning of
Yeah.
the art show.
Yeah.
I purchased art from Patty Mulligan and from Kevin Delaney, Bar Napkin Art,
Yeah.
and chatted with people who
Beautiful artist. Right?
unbelievable,
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
unbelievable
I'm
stuff.
happy about it. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that's how we met.
Yes.
And the more we talked,
Yeah.
I found that so much of what you love about Bayonne and what you
Yeah.
found about the town basically are the same things I found when I
Yeah.
rode here. I only
I
came from
see.
Jersey City, though. It
Yeah.
only took me about 3 minutes.
Yes.
But for you,
Yes.
it took a much longer time
Much longer time about.
to get from Vietnam.
Oh, I
Bayonne.
see. Right.
Much,
Yes.
much longer. It was
Right,
easier
right,
for me,
right,
basically.
Right.
But from our discussions and the artwork that we're looking at, you know,
Yes.
besides your gallery,
Yes.
you're involved in the Bayonne project, which you started. It's a compilation of 350
Yes.
watercolors about Bayonne.
The drawing.
Drawings?
The drawing.
Okay.
Actually, with this project, like my side is the studio. Actually, you know, that's the way I say hello, the way I understand more about Bayonne.
Okay.
And then, you know, yeah, because when we go, we don't care, we don't look at with the love, especially with our artists. When we draw about it, when we make art about it, absolutely we have a different way. And then the thing we see, it becomes deeper in our heart. Because when we see it by eyes, it's very simple. Everybody can see that. But when the artists like us, of course I know my friend in Bayonne, artists in Bayonne, they make art about Bayonne too. And then I enjoy their work too. Because they gave me, and then I gave myself too, the different way to see Bayonne.
Well, you're seeing Bayonne through new eyes.
Yeah, it's a new eyes.
The
like
new eyes are here. They've
Right.
arrived, which if
Right.
anyone was wondering.
Right, yeah.
And obviously,
Yes.
it wouldn't take much to figure out what this is.
Yeah. This is Bayonne Bridge.
It's the Bayonne Bridge.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's the Bayonne Bridge,
Yes.
and it's the most remarkable depiction of the bridge that I've seen.
Thank
I
you.
mean, we have had other artists in town. Steve Zazinski was one of them from a
Yeah,
very long time
beautiful.
ago.
I see, yeah.
He did, his work was, it wasn't an abstract, it was more an actual visual picture
I see.
of the town. Almost everyone's living room had
I see.
the 8th Street Station or Uncle
yeah,
Milty's,
yeah,
one
yeah.
of his works.
Yes.
But as we move forward into
Yeah.
2015,
Yeah.
we see the different depictions of the town.
Yeah.
The opening shot was with the blue, with the trees. That's
see,
Avenue
yeah.
C.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Over there.
That's
Yeah,
a beautiful shot.
But I think, that's I don't know the feeling of somebody. I've got people, my friend, the artist, love Avenue C. But you know, they say, even somebody still say, Avenue C, it not look like Avenue C. That I said, of course, I don't try too much. It look like Avenue C
To you
in
it
the
does.
real life.
Yes.
I make Avenue C with my feeling, and then with we can see Bayonne in the night. And then everything very dark, not too much of electric light. You can understand my Avenue C painting.
Okay.
Yes.
I have to say, I did go online and I did pull up quite a few of your quite a few pictures of the Bayonne project, and
Yes.
a lot of them, I have to say, I did recognize.
Thank you.
You know, the
Yeah,
one
I
I recognized a
Yeah.
lot of. I saw the walkway going
Yeah.
into the bird sanctuary
Yeah,
at the
yes.
park.
Yeah.
You know, so many of the pictures that you have, they may require some time for a
Yeah.
person to look at them,
Yes.
but eventually you do start to see a familiarity with a different part of town, and to see it through your eyes, it's absolutely amazing to me.
Thank you, Diane.
Really, really
Yes.
amazing. You're here in Bayonne for how many years? How long have you been here?
I think 3 years, almost 3 years.
3 years,
Yes.
okay. And one of the other things you remarked about was that we're just in the shadow of Manhattan. So,
I don't think so.
no?
I don't know. Somebody think it's the shadow of the Manhattan. Somebody think it's the backyard of Manhattan. I think the house. I don't know. But we are very independent. Of course, Bayonne independent too. It have its own beauty. It's not the shadow of anything else.
Wow.
Yeah, I think so. But people, we live here. We proud of it too. We go somewhere by car or by train or whatever. But when we come here, we sit in the land. It's the land of Bayonne. It doesn't mean it belong about something, the shadow or something else. That's why I just think about that. When we live here, we make here is more beautiful, more romantic, more easy to live, more enjoyable. Not just about stay here and then hurry to go somewhere else.
So it's not a bedroom town, you're saying?
I think so.
It's
yeah.
not a town.
Even
people come here to.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. I love what you're saying.
No, I just need very short idea because when I want to talk with some young men, they always feel very hurry. I have to go to the city. I have to go to the city, and then of course sometimes I think, why you have to hurry go to the city? Here, of course, we go there for something to work.
True.
But many things we can find it here, and then that's the way. Don't too hurry to go somewhere else. Yeah, that's the way. I'm sorry.
So no, besides the painting, I know that you're a great you're a communicator, and you use your location. You've told me a few stories where you've had people peek in and look at the art and then close the door real quick and not even venture in.
I see.
But the purpose of it, and it's a beautiful layout. I mean, for anyone who doesn't remember what 914 was, we had the used bookstore on the left side, and then on the right side was a music store. Music.
I see. Sure.
Yeah.
I think I have beautiful story about this building. It's something very interesting, because in the back, in the neighbor in my back house.
Okay.
Steve. And then, Steve, his name. And then he told me, because when I come to go there, I do some performance. I make the metal fish. I cut the metal like sculpture metal fish.
Okay.
And then I put it up in the chimney. The chimney of the building.
Okay.
And look very funny, maybe that make people happy, look kind of weird. And then I think at the beginning, I think Bayonne people very serious.
You noticed how serious they are.
Even some too serious.
Too serious.
But they still laugh.
Now, what about Steve? Did Steve laugh at first?
No. And then I make the feet, I hang it up, and then Steve told me, I go up in here. I was born in here.
Okay.
And then long time ago, in your building is a fish store. Wow, you know that?
Really?
Yeah. And then I scared because I have no idea about that. I go, wow, maybe fish spirit put in my body, the fish spirit.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, I make a lot of fish on the fan in the backyard.
Okay.
I make a lot of big fish on the chimney. I get up with the metal fish over there. People still know that. And then and that reason, and then he told another. After that, another, like you said, another store is a bookstore.
Yes.
And then now I do some project about the book drawing. And then buy your book.
Oh, really? That's right.
Right? And
exactly.
then I don't know why. Sometimes it's very interesting about I don't know. Yeah.
So we're going into an area now that I didn't know we would go into, but I mean the spirit of what may have been there, or the spirit of the city, or the spirit of the people of the city.
Right. Yeah.
I believe that the artists that are popping up, people that I knew forever, I never knew they were artists. If they were a little timid about it, a little quiet about it, now you've given them an opportunity to show what they make and to talk about it. And that is, there are so many layers to what you're doing. I don't even think you realize as much how the town really was craving someone to come forward and say it's okay for you to show us what you have. Maybe you will sell them at the art show. Maybe you won't.
Yeah.
But I noticed the people that were there, they just, they all they were happy was that someone was looking at it.
Thank you.
And
Yeah,
maybe,
sure.
you know, maybe giving their thoughts, their feelings, Bayonne, their opinions, because a little bit of an opinionated town at times.
Yes.
I mean, you know that too.
Yeah.
But it really to me was really a very interesting, very interesting night, and I hope that after people see the show and they get to meet you just through the show alone, they
the artist too.
And the artists too, yes, the artists too,
yes.
that you will go in and visit,
yes.
Because it's an experience that you definitely shouldn't miss. You did have a run-in with the police, you told me. Do you remember what you told me? Which I think is
I
a
don't
funny
know,
story.
because you know the people always think the art very art, especially art gallery. Somebody think they don't need to come there. Or the people always think art is kind of expensive and then unnecessary. If they go there, maybe the people in the art gallery will ask them and then try to advertisement and then make
push.
them put them to buy or something like that.
There's no pushing
and then
going
they
on.
worry and sometimes and then with us, we are the artists, myself and the artist in Bayonne, we're working really hard, and then of course art is difficult. That's why almost I don't know too many people, but I'm sure we are struggle for the living. That means we don't talk about something. That means we very they call what in English? Humble, right?
Humble.
Yeah, very humble.
Yes.
Easygoing. Always try to open, and then love people get involved with us. That's why we do everything. And then now you said the police story.
The police story.
Yeah, and then you know sometimes I fix the gallery. You know, I do a lot of work over there. And then you know.
Well, I remember. Hold on a second. I remember what it looked like before, and you've transformed that building.
Sure.
And I love what you did on the outside.
Yes, because I was working in the gallery, and then I have some experience about that. I was working with the guy, the American artist. He's very good about the showing.
Okay.
And then I get a lot of experience from him.
Okay.
Yeah, and then that's why I always try to fix things.
So you were fixing. So let's tell them a story. So you were fixing outside with the
and then in the morning, you know,
how early
maybe
were you?
morning, Sunday, and then of course in the Sunday in the summer it's very cool, very easy, you know. And then I try to fixing outside, and then you know the police stop, and then I think it's a young man, handsome too, and then he just close the window door, the glass, and then he told me, you can do it, of course, but do it later. Let people sleep a little bit because it's the weekend.
Exactly.
And I think it's beautiful. That absolutely I come in and then I wait for people or something, and then I work, and then I'm sure I bother people a lot because you know the artist, besides the beauty, is the trouble.
You think you're trouble?
I think I don't talk about myself.
Okay.
I talk about the artist.
Artists can be trouble.
The beauty and the trouble always go together.
You think?
But I hope it's lovely trouble.
Okay.
Not terrible trouble. But luckily, my neighbor understand about it, and then I think they happy.
Well, it's probably the 24/7 that's going on in an artist's mind. I mean, I have a sign here today that's one of my most favorite quotes in the world, which is "Imagination is evidence of the divine."
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
And sometimes when you're divinely guided, you can hear that knock on your heart at 2 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. It's the bumblebee that's constantly moving.
Yeah. Oh, right. You see that?
Yes.
Right. And then the more lovely is when we try take it out, right? And the young beautiful girl come in. It died. And I said no, it not died yet. He's safe and fly out already. Okay. And then she didn't worry. She's not worried anymore.
Okay.
I think it's very lovely. Yes, it's lovely. And then I think that make me. I told that story to my family. And then I'm sorry, I don't want to talk bad of my country, but I hope my country the people care about the small thing like that too.
Just the
Yes,
smallest things.
especially it's the young people. They need have the kindness, the beautiful heart to care about something like that.
See, well, there's so many different
Of
things
course, they like love to.
that the art has brought out in you, in what you've brought to the town, to the people, to the artists who you've opened up your arms to people, and just talking to you alone is, for me, has really given me a lot more faith and hope in Bayonne and in where we're headed in the future. I see that we need to be more creative with what we do with the city, and having an artist like you come in with your artists, your colony of artists, it gives us a new view of where we live, where we walk, what we look at. So I have to say that I give my special I Love Bayonne. I'm going to cry. I give my special I Love Bayonne button to everyone who comes in who I feel really loves Bayonne.
I see.
I almost think you should have 2 buttons,
I think so.
but I only have 1.
Oh,
So I'm going to give you that button.
yes.
And
I'm
hope-
sure my kids, maybe for me, but maybe my kid, he love to do that.
He'd love to have
Yeah, he to have it.
Okay.
And that absolutely, I love my kids. That if my kids have I love Bayonne, so I love Bayonne through my kids.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, well then I have to find a second button for your
Yes.
other son.
Yes.
Or third, maybe. The 3 of you can have I Love Bayonne buttons.
Sure. Yes.
And I know that we've given people a little peek at what's happening over at the B Gallery.
Yeah.
And by meeting you and going in and just sharing thoughts with you, and even concerns about what people may think is happening in the town, I know that you would give them peace of mind and enable them to know that are we moving in the right direction?
I think of course it's very right
Yeah?
question. But I just because I just try to remind you something, because maybe you put me too high.
I put you
Too high a little bit.
No,
Actually,
you're not too high.
no.
We have to say goodbye.
Oh,
I think
okay.
we're going to need another show.
I
How
see.
do you say goodbye in Vietnamese?
Xin chào.
Xin chào. Xin chào.
Bayonne is a lot of story, right? And
Exactly.
then in this story, we stop it now.
Yes, but we're
Thank
gonna,
you, Diane.
we will continue again.
Thank you, Daniel.
You're welcome.
And then thank you, Bayonne.
Yes, thank you, Bayonne.
Thank you.
Okay,
Yes.
stay